Welcome to Ryotaro Japan! Japanese can be a hard language to learn. There are 3 types of alphabets: hiragana, katakana, and thousands of complex kanji characters, and different levels of politeness and much more. So today I'm going to teach you my #1 trick to learning Japanese. Don't. No one has time to learn all that stuff. Or at least, there is no one quick and easy trick to learning everything. So, I'm not gonna teach you Japanese today. I'm a busy man. I've got shit to do. Instead, we are going to go through 3 things that can help you sound Japanese without even having to learn the language. First up, let's go through the most helpful Japanese words to learn that can be a little bit complicated for beginners.
Some say there are Japanese words that are completely untranslatable in English. Ideas and concepts are so unique to Japan that someone who wasn't born here wouldn't even be able to comprehend. Wabi-sabi, the transience and imperfection of all things. Mujo, philosophical impermanence. Everything is subject to change. Key holder. It's like a keychain, I guess. Anyway, there are lots of words that can have multiple meanings in Japanese based on the context, so there is no one English translation. The most common, which you've probably heard in games or even in anime, is
よろしくお願いします. And it literally means, please take care of me well. But you don't really use that word in English. Please take care of me, please take care of me. No, we don't say that. But we actually use it in occasions of saying, nice to see you. So whenever you meet with your friends and start something, or you go into the office, you start a new project, you always say, よろしくお願いします. When you come to Japan and if you start something, you join a tour, just to tell the guide, よろしくお願いします, and that guide will go like, ooh, Japanese master.
The easiest way to remember when to use よろしくお願いします is if you're going to be doing something with someone in the future, then it's a good time to use it. You're meeting someone for the first time and going to work with them? よろしくお願いします. Someone is going to pick up your dry cleaning? よろしくお願いします. You've decided to help out the Nigerian prince who will double your life savings? よろしくお願いします. Hey, wait a minute!
#2 お疲れ様でした. お疲れ様でした. So, お疲れ様でした literally means you must be tired. You say this when you end something, like ending a meeting, ending a project, ending a sports. You're in a group and you just end the sports and your team and the enemy's team and everyone goes like, お疲れ様でした and leave. That's what happens in many occasions.
So, just like よろしくお願いします is for things that are going to happen, お疲れ様でした or お疲れ様 is for things that have happened in the past. In a roundabout way, it's very similar to saying thank you, because you are telling someone that they've worked hard. But really, we say it in Japanese so much that it's almost a replacement for goodbye. And sometimes, it even means hello to work colleagues. So, it's more like, hello, thank you person I don't really enjoy spending time with, but I'm forced to, because I need to earn a living and don't want to be homeless. Goodbye and get out of my face so I can go home and drink. It's a roundabout translation.
#3 難しい. So literally in Japanese this means difficult, but also this has a very important meaning of no, I don't want to do it. So whenever you talk to a Japanese person and you say that you want to go out for Friday on Friday night, and that Japanese person says, oh, それはちょっと難しい. That means, sorry, I don't want to go. Even though that person is saying it's a little bit difficult. Just get out of my face! That's what that person is saying. At many occasions, Japanese people, including myself, try to be as indirect as possible so that we don't have to hurt anyone. So in Japanese language, there are lots of phrases that would make you indirect, but it actually means, oh no.
Now, let me introduce to you the best passive-aggressive Japanese phrases to tell people no. 行けたら行く literally means, if I can make it, I'll go. Actually means, there's no way I'm gonna go. 前向きに検討します literally means, I'll do my best to make this work. Actually means, I ain't doing shit. 前処します literally means, I'll give it my all. but in fact means I'm going to do very little. Politicians like to use this one, by the way.
So now you know that some of the Japanese phrases would not mean what it means literally. So by knowing these phrases, it might help you to be able to read Japanese people's mind when you come to Japan. Number 2, how to sound fluent even without having to put together the whole sentence, and even without opening your mouth. We just had an incredible conversation. You can get through any conversation by using this noise. This is the most important noise in Japanese, and without knowing the language, you'll be fluent.
We call this aizuchi in Japanese, which are short noises that you can use to reply or show that you're paying attention. For example, this means yes. This means no. This means I don't know. This means no way. In fact, if you spend time in Japan, you may even find that a lot of conversations end up being mainly aizuchi. Here's a typical phone call in Japanese, for example.
もしもし。はあ。へえ。わかった。じゃあね。
It's considered polite to always show you're engaged in conversation in Japanese by making noises such as these. But sometimes, words and even sounds are not enough. Sometimes, you need to ignore all the efforts you've made learning Japanese and just wave your hands around.
Japanese has some very unique body language, and mastering this can make you seem like you really know what you're doing.
The most useful of all is the ancient art of sucking air through your teeth. You say this all the time in Japan. And it's a way of saying, I can't really do that, or that's way too much to ask. It's a tradition passed through generations to generations, a honed skill that needs to be practiced for years. But here's my simple guide to help you master it. Make sure your back is straight, shoulders rounded, and your core is engaged. Turn your head to exactly a 45-degree angle, no more or no less. Anything other than 45 degrees, and you have committed a grave offense, and you'll be forced to commit Sudoku. Air must be sucked through your upper two front teeth at a speed of between 2 and 3 km per hour. No more than 10 grams of air can be sucked at one time. You can practice this by measuring and repeatedly weighing balloons. Once the air has been sucked, you may return your head to the original position. And there you have it. Alternatively, you can just say "iie" or "no" in Japanese instead.
So, be careful when you breathe in Japan. But this is not the only body language that Japan has. So let's take a look at some others.
Come here. Do you mean me? No way. Okay. I'd like to check, please. This guy is a suck-up. Excuse me. Party in the Red Seas. I'd like a table for 6. I'd like a table for 13. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm truly very sorry. I've never been sorrier.
Number 3. Japanese slang words that will make it seem like you're a Japanese master. If you're learning Japanese, these will give your Japanese extra punch to make you look far more fluent. The first slang I'd like to introduce is yabai. Yabai can be used for anything. It's almost like cool. That's cool in English. So it can be good and bad. So if you say the ramen is yabai, it's can be really tasty or can be really bad. But most likely it's tasty. If you point at the guy and that person is yabai, it can be that person is dangerous, kind of criminal yabai, or can be really handsome, good looking. That's yabai as well. So it can be used in any occasions. Oh, this is yabai. Oh shit, it spilled. So use yabai, and then that would make you look so fluent, so Japanese. So next up is majide. Majide. Maji is serious. When you put the question mark in the end, a bit serious. It's is it true? That's what it means. And we use it a lot. You hear it amongst like young people, older people, it doesn't matter. Oh, that new ramen shop just opened just around the corner. It's like, oh, majide. And look, oh, a Chris bro got skinny. Majide. Anything that you could not believe, just say majide, and that will work. So next up, it's not something that I can say. It's rather it's something I can write. It's W. It's the letter W in the alphabet. You know how in English, and when you make YouTube comments, and you say LOL. Typing multiple number of W is exactly the same thing as laughing out loud, LOL. So if you want to impress Japanese people, just after the comment, it's a www. I was like, oh my god, he's from wherever and he can write. He knows this. He must be fluent in Japanese. So www. What does W mean? W stands for the first letter of warau, and that's laugh, the verb laugh in Japanese. So warau, and it starts from W. So www, laugh, laugh, laugh. That's what it means. Lastly, this word I'm going to show you now is quite recent word that actually came out maybe a few years ago. Wanchan or wanchan aru. Wanchan came from, you might have noticed, come from one chance. Means possibility or possible. So say that you want to go out with a girl and you're not sure if she likes you or not, and so you ask your friend, what do you think? Do you think she likes me? I was like, your friend goes like, oh, wanchan arun janai? I was like, it's possible. One chance, you might make it. So whenever you think there's a possibility, you can say wanchan aru. So for example, I might ask you, like, is there a chance to subscribe my channel? And you might say, wanchan aru. Thank you.
No, don't unsubscribe. What are you doing?
So that's it for the video. How was it? Today I've taught you many words and phrases that the Japanese beginners would not know. If you use words and phrases that I taught you today, you might be able to complete the whole conversation without understanding a word of what the other person is saying. So good luck. I
will find you, and I will kill you.